Are you ready to watch Mike Tyson get knocked out this weekend by Jake Paul? That's a serious possibility, guys. He's 58 years old. And this is a message to all the people that think he's going to win. He's 58 years old, guys. Nostalgia has you guys blinded and illusioned that Mike is still that guy. He's not. He's not. I don't get pleasure from saying this. I'm not happy to say this, but it's the reality. There's nothing that I want more than to see Jake Paul put on his ass, okay? There's nothing that I want more than to put on Netflix, watch this fight, and for Mike Tyson to throw a right hand, drop Jake Paul. Jake Paul's been knocked out. Oh my God. Ah! There's nothing I want more than that, but then the reality comes in and he's 58 years old. And I don't see it happening. If this is a real fight, which, not for nothing, I don't know if it is or isn't, but there was talks about this being an exhibition. There were talks that, oh, it's not a real fight, there's a no knockdown clause, no knockout rule, things like that. They have since come out and said, oh, no, that's not true. We changed our minds. But the fact that you were thinking that in the first place makes me suspicious, okay? The red flag is up. And for me, if this is a professional fight, why is it only 2-minute rounds? If this is a professional fight, what's up with the other little wonky rules that they have, right? I mean, I don't know if they cleared this up, but I think the gloves are different. I think there's other little things that people that are more brushed up on the details can leave in the comment section below, but it's weird. It's weird. And it's blurring the lines between entertainment and real sport. That's what Jake Paul's been doing this whole time. Is this legit? Is this a legitimate fight? If it's not, and this is just my opinion, if it's not, you will see Jake Paul win, but by decision. You will see him win by decision. There won't be any knockdowns, and he'll win by decision. That way, the people tuning in for Mike don't go home that brokenhearted. They'll see him win, and maybe they'll be able to say, oh, he got robbed or whatever, right? They'll have something to say. There'll be a silver lining that they could cling on to, as opposed to the reality of what would happen if this were a real fight, which, again, I don't know if it is or isn't. It very well could be a real fight, of Mike Tyson getting put out by some young guy who's picking on older people and is just a deplorable human being. I don't like Jake Paul. I don't like what he represents. I don't like what he stands for. I really don't. And the fact that this is what the younger generation has to look up to and see as a idol of success is just a damn shame. He fought Tommy Fury, couldn't beat Tommy Fury. Now he's going after a 58-year-old man. And he's talking about, he's rage baiting. He's rage baiting, but it's different when you're just typing on social media rage baiting, right? If you give an opinion like, oh, I don't know. If you were to type, oh, Jake Paul could beat Mike Tyson, that's rage bait, right? A couple years ago, that would be considered rage bait. But rage baiting in real life, right? Going into the streets and finding an old man coming out of the grocery store, putting his groceries away in his car, coming up and sucker punching him. Nobody wants to hear that. That's rage bait, though. That's real life rage bait, and that's what Jake Paul's doing. He's doing real life rage bait by just being a terrible person. Just being a terrible person. And it works. It makes people want to tune in. It makes people want to see him lose. Which is what's going to happen. Let's just say this is real, and he goes in there and he knocks out Mike Tyson. If that happens, people are going to want to see his next fight because people are going to want to see him lose. People are going to hate Jake Paul. But that's what Jake Paul wants. He wants that. And it is what it is. Now, The only reason people are clinging on to this idea that Mike Tyson, this is a picture, by the way, taken after he did, like, I think 3 minutes of an open workout. You know? You know what I mean? So, people are clinging on to nostalgia. And it's going to be really sad if what I think is going to happen happens. If we all see an icon of sports, not just American sports, an icon of sports internationally. Mike Tyson's a superstar. Any country he goes to, people know Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is an international sports icon. And he's 58 years old. And if he goes out there and he gets knocked out by Jake Paul, it's gonna be rough sledding, as they say, and it's gonna be very sad. I promise you, the entire world is going to feel that sadness, and I'm getting a little bit off here, right? But just stick with me here. In Dragon Ball Z, when Goku fights one of the bad guys, when he fights Majin Buu, when he fights Frieza, whoever, when he fights these people, he builds up the Spirit Bomb. What is the Spirit Bomb? The Spirit Bomb is all positive energy, good ki. And Goku can't do it himself. Goku asked for the people of Earth, along with the Z Fighters, Vegeta, and everybody, to channel their energy. Please give me your energy, right? There's something to that. There's something to the collective experience, the collective human experience. When there's a tragedy, for example, 9/11 for the Americans. I know those people that aren't American watching this video, but, hear me out again, please. When a tragedy like that happen, right, a national tragedy, it's felt throughout the nation. And the nation there's a solemn feeling to it. And that's just the reality, and I believe that's what's going to happen here. I think a lot of people hold Mike Tyson near and dear to their heart. I think he's an idol to many people. And you very well may see your idol that you grew up watching, that you grew up wishing you could be like, right? There's a lot of people you'll see hitting the punching bag and they're moving just like Mike Tyson, right? Someone that is highly imitated, never replicated. And the world is going to be sad if this happens. It's going to be a sad day for the world. And that's pretty much... Oh, there's actually one more thing I would like to bring up. One more thing I would like to bring up as I wrap this up is how much is Mike to blame for this, okay? Mike Tyson, he's a fighter, and that never goes away. Even at 58 years old, that man still has a fighter's heart, and he will never back down from a challenge. And Jake Paul is a punk for challenging a 58-year-old man to a fight, knowing that he can't turn it down because he is who he is. He's got that warrior spirit, that warrior's heart. He ain't going to turn it down. But Mike Tyson is choosing to do this, knowing, actually not even caring about legacy. If you listen to his interviews, he says legacy is all ego, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't care about his legacy and things like that. He just wants to be a part of a big event and get paid. How much do you fault Mike Tyson for what's about to happen? For sort of, in my opinion, selling himself out. Not to be disrespectful, but whoring himself out to Jake Paul. Because again, he is 58 years old. And, for what? For a check? You know what I mean? For a check. But I'm going to do another video where I really expound upon that. As for this one, we're going to wrap it up right now. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree, it doesn't matter. Join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.